Hello, beloved ones. Haumatim here. As always, I am grateful to be with you. Yeah, there are things that needs to be talked about. You are your worst enemy, and I'm just here to share that with you. Most of the time, or we have been conditioned to look outside of us. There is an enemy from outside. Someone is doing something to me and all that. But the truth is that whatever that is happening outside, no matter how much someone hates you, no matter how much someone wants you to fail, if you don't take it in, it won't have any effect on you. It won't impact you in any way. Whatever that we look outside of us and we believe that something is happening to us and we get afraid and we buy into it, is because we have been criticizing ourselves. We have not been believing in ourselves. Because I had an amazing call today. And what blew me away is how this amazing woman was sitting in a big idea and that lights her up, truly. But because of the conditioning of you go to school, get this qualification, and just focus on that particular job, we don't see what is here. If the job is gone, you're still focusing on the job, even though it's not expensive for you, even though it's not something that you love to do, you're still looking at it, yet other opportunities are here. And if you look at it from the perception that you have, because the more you are in a situation, the more it starts eating you up, the more you start feeling unworthy, the more you start minimizing the impact it has on your life. You make it small. And some things that are small or that do not matter, you make them so huge. It's just something that happens with us, because I have been in that situation. But when you discuss that with someone who's looking at it from outside, like I talk about this amazing passion that she has, which is really huge. And even when she talks about it, there's some things that she says that are so huge and so real. And she can feel it, but it's not really like feeling it. Because at the end, that's when she's like, oh, I can feel this now. I can really see that this is big. But with her, it was like she was just saying it with wherever that she was coming from, whatever that was driving her to say, you can do this. And when she speaks the words, it's like there is nothing. And yet there is gold in there. And in this call that I was in with her, I had to tell her, to realize what you're saying here. Do you see the big of this? Do you see the words that you put into this? Do you see your why? What drives you when that comes through? But the gap between how she looks at herself, where she is, and the big vision is too huge. That when she thinks of it, she just brushes it aside and continues in her smallness. And like I said, what blew me away, and that was me that I saw in her when she said, I've become numb. And even when my husband touches me, I don't feel anything. And how many of you have you felt that disconnection in a relationship? Not because something is not right, just because you are not, there is no energy from within you. As I always say, that passion is energy. Passion is what drives you. There is something that pulls you to get out of the job. It's different from when you are just being driven by being a parent. You are doing it for the sake of your children. That's things that you have to do. And that it's different when you are doing it because there is that fire that comes through to say, get out and do that. Even when you haven't slept for many hours, you find yourself with lots of energy. That's passion. And that's the same passion that we also take when you go into our relationship. There is that openness. There is that inner fears, love, passion, and all that just want to be expressed. And you, with being open like that, you are able to share with your partner, all of you, rather than when you are contracting and feeling small and feeling like you are not living. You come from the space of, I am not enough. Even when someone is doing something huge for you, it's like, I am not enough. You always criticizing yourself. There's some things that you want to do. This always blows me away, that you always want either to do or to have or to buy, But because of the unworthiness of I don't bring much income into the home, you don't even ask because you feel like it's too much. I'm already a baggage. And yet within you, you are dying, and someone who truly loves you doesn't know what you are going through. We've been there. I love this. Unfortunately, it doesn't show your name until you give StreamYard access to show your name. But it's good. It's a good thing because we have been there. We have felt that. We have felt disconnected. And even when you talk about something, so like something so huge like that, when I asked her a question because we are busy on this, where do you feel it? For the first time, she was like, I didn't know that I could feel this in my body. I didn't know. I always know it's something that I love to do, but I couldn't anchor it anywhere in me because there is that numbing, there is that connection. Do you realize how this connection, do you realize how we are slowly numbing this body, slowly disconnecting from this which we are, which is the body, the vessel that we are walking, the vessel that is always in the now. It's never overwhelmed by what if it gets successful or what if it fails, because it's right here and it's giving you exactly what you need. This is what lights you up. This is your passion. This is why you have been doing this for a long time, and you are busy focusing on the job that you are used to, the conditions that you have been told you are. And you are looking at that, even though you know that it's something that is, it has lived its purpose, it has lived its life. It's not something that is expensive for you, but you still hold into it. And yes, my lovely sister, I love this. She says it. We limit ourselves, and we do until you decide to do things differently. But if you are in your level of thinking of you are nothing and you keep yourself away from people, oh, this is huge, because I know I have been that, where you just close yourself from everyone. And at times, like she said, I am not a social person. When do you feel that you are not a social person? When do you find yourself talking yourself out of going into an event? And why? We can have so many excuses, but when you look deeper into that, you realize that the depth of it is that there is something within us that does not feel comfortable to be in the presence of other people. Yes. We create a ceiling around us based on our conditioning. That's very true. We have been conditioned like that. And as much as I love to talk about women, that mostly women, it has even, it's really huge. And this is actually what came through even in the call that I had. There is this bond that we have with the whole maternal instinct, where it's like, oh, we have been powerless for a long time. And somehow we find ourselves somewhere in powerlessness where you don't know what really happened. And she was telling me I'm an independent person, and living like this, it's like death to me. And I know, because there is a lie that is, I've always been a go-getter, like that kind of like woman, masculine energy. Do it. I don't depend on anyone. I live that. But there is a time when I truly fell into being dependent. And I was angry deep within me. I was angry. I was angry because that was not me. I was angry because that's not the life that I want. I don't know even how I ended there. And this is the same story that just, it's like, she was just like a mirror really telling me my story, or seeing her story, my story playing out in her life. And she found herself in a situation where, okay, there's no job, there is nothing. There you are with your husband. The husband loves her. But at the end of the day, no matter how much the husband loves you, if you do not love yourself enough, there is nothing that anyone can do. If you don't have that passion, you don't do nothing that anyone else can do. You can numb yourself with medication, with food, with drugs, with alcohol, or just lose yourself. Oh, someone is doing something, there is alcohol, there is a party, you get lost in all that. But you know what? We always turn back to the reality, which is when you are lying in bed, whether you are unable to sleep, you are dealing with yourself. We are dealing with your demons, your demons, that which you are scared of. Even when you're sleeping, that's when you get to see. You wake up and like, I don't know, it was scary. I was running away from. What is it that you're running from? You can dismiss it as it's just a dream. Your dream, you meet your subconscious. You meet that which is driving your life. It shows you what is happening. You can make it about something external, or you can look at yourself and ask yourself, what is in here for me? How long am I willing to live in this life? Who else is getting impacted? Because it's not only you. And how can you really show or share that all of you, if you are sitting in that position where you feel unworthy? Because, and what are you doing about it? Are you sacrificing your life for small pleasures? I'll just go have alcohol, like you're excited to go have 2 glasses of wine. And because you are in so much stress, you drink 5 bottles. And then you have to deal with stress the following day because you can't run away from it. When you wake up, your problems are still there. Hello, I'm still here. And then you start beating yourself up again and again. As you talk, it's like I'm looking at the mirror 4 years ago. We have lived here. This has been my life. It has been Zolisa's life. It has been my amazing sister's life because it doesn't show her name. But we live here. The question is, what do you do with it? Are you going to put a finger and try to hide, yet you know you can see yourself even if you're putting a finger? Or you are going to make it small and just do something a little bit on the surface? And you know what I love? Like when I talk about this call that I had, it's someone who's doing a lot of work in terms of reading, meditating, but there are some other shifts that needs to be done. As I say, at times the patterns call us and they get us stuck in a place. And how are you going to get yourself out of that? It's something that she does not see until today. This is why I always urge you to book a call. I'm not saying, hey, book a call and come pay me and work with me. Book a call and let's have a conversation one-on-one. And I've put a link below. This is a link. It's not for the program, but you can check out my website as well, where there is a program that is for women. And you can check it again, because I also work with men and women one-on-one. If you're a one-on-one person, book the call still and let's have a conversation. Because there are some amazing things that are coming through. Like one of my clients was telling me, the only problem that I have is that I am always on my feet. I don't have time to sit down because there is a lot of orders that are coming through. But she says at the end of the day, the pleasure that I see in my client's eyes is what keeps me going. I feel a sense of being, I feel alive. And I believe these are things that you want to experience. Book a call with me and let's have this conversation. Much love from me to you. Thank you, beings, multidimensional beings of light, for being with me. I appreciate your presence, your energy, and take action and look for different perspectives. There we go. Oh, Lindelwa, you should give me access so that I can know you are there. But I'm thankful that you are here, sweet sister. I guess that's all I wanted to share with you, and I'm looking forward to being with you tomorrow on our Monday Mindset with Zolisa. So be prepared for that, because there is also a lot that we are sharing. And my interest is for you to live a passionate life. It doesn't matter where, in the bedroom, in the office, it doesn't matter. Just be that person who brings life wherever you go, because the life is in you. Stop denying us your flavor. Stop giving excuses that there are so many people doing that, because it doesn't matter. The question is, who are you? Who do you believe you are? What is it that you are bringing? Because if you believe in your uniqueness, definitely you're gonna give us your flavor, and your flavor is nothing compared to whatever that is out there. Book a call and let's dive on this. Much love from me to you.